Sir, it's already 5 p.m. अनिल सर, प्रियंका मैम प्लीज अपने कैमरास ऑन करें आप.
अरे भाई समझाओ अभी आना नौकी की नहीं है नहीं भूख लगी बहुत तेज
Welcome, Vikas sir.
कौन सवाल वाला चाहिए ना तो बताओ होगी तब तो बताऊंगा
सरस सर गेस्ट हैं, वो ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं.
Okay, sir. Sir, Sharad Nima sir.
यस यस.
Okay. A very warm welcome to you, Dr. Sharad Nima sir.
वीसी सर चटर्जी सर ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं.
Okay.
चटर्जी सर
Okay.
अभी आप सबको ज्वाइन करने दीजिए, फिर साथ करते
Okay,
हैं.
sir. Okay. Okay, sir.
रजीश सर ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं.
A very warm welcome to you, Honorable Professor Dr. Shri Chatterjee, sir, Vice Chancellor of RKDF University. How are you, sir? Sir, I think your mic is off.
Just, yeah, I am
How are
fine.
you,
Now it is audible?
Yeah, yes, sir. You're audible.
Audible?
Now.
I am fine.
Yes, sir.
How are you and your team? You please tell me, sir.
Sir, we are very happy and we are very fine to have you here today. And I've read a lot about you, so could you please explain a bit more about your journey?
Yeah. So, am I audible or not? Please tell me
Yes,
first.
sir, you're audible enough.
Good enough. So, a very good evening to all. I, Dr. Suchitangshu Chatterjee, Vice Chancellor of RKDF University, Ranchi, welcome you all, our honorable chief guest, our vice chancellors, our keynote speakers, our students, my friends, and media and press. Let me first congratulate the GoldSmith Institute of Advanced Research Center to take such a good initiative for conducting such a good international webinar on hydroponic technology, which is a very advanced subject as well as the research course as on today.
Yes.
All over the world, the people are trying to conduct such a advance this technology, and I am very happy that the GoldSmith Institute of Advanced Research, they already started this research on this hydroponic technology. Actually, let me introduce as Karuna ma'am told me myself.
Yes, sir.
I, Dr. S. Chatterjee, was the product of St. Xavier's College, BITS, and IIT Kharagpur. And after that, I went to ISRO, Indian Space Research Organization, as a trainee. There I worked on the first satellite on Apple. Apple means that is Ariane Passenger Payload Experiment. Satellite was made by India and it was launched by Ariane Passenger. So, after completing my IIT PhD in 1987, immediately I joined Mekon at their R&D center in middle management. And since then, I was in Mekon. For their research, I developed the cooling garment for MBT Arjun tank. For Nag missile, I also developed their missile system that is called the Anamika anti-tank Nag missiles. I have developed many things. I have completed 18 projects as a individual principal investigator and as another 18 project as a principal coordinator. So total 36 sponsored project I handled, and I visited almost 10 countries. I have awarded many things. Recently I have awarded as a Vice Chancellor of the Year 2022. I am the Vice President of International Thermoelectric Society, which was, they had given me the honor at UK Belfast on 2017. I have many awards, Young Scientist Award from Indian Institute of Metals, Best Paper Award from Indian Institute of Metal, Bharat Ratna Award, Bharat Jyoti Award. Like this, there are a number of awards also I have received. And recently I have the member of the Federation of Education Leader and Administrator of Foundation, that is FEDA, since 2022. So this is my brief introduction about me, about my career. And after superannuation from the Mekong, I joined as a Vice Chancellor of RKDF University, Ranchi. Since then, I am the Vice Chancellor of RKDF University, Ranchi. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
So it's a great pleasure for all of us for you to be here, because someone having so many achievements, and you have done a lot of things for the India, as you have worked with defense as well, and you were the young scientist. I think for me and for everyone present here, sir, it's a great opportunity for you to be here and for us to learn from you. Like, sir, I'm feeling very grateful today that I am here to welcome you as a guest of honor. Thank you so much, sir, for being here again.
Okay, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Any other question from anyone?
Sir, there are going to be many questions today, because I think everyone is very much, pleased to have you here today and listening to all of your achievements. There are going to be a lot of questions from students and from teachers as well. The people that are here.
If that time does not permit, they can WhatsApp me or they can mail me. I'll give the reply, because already I told to your Brijesh Kumar Sani that from 7 o'clock I have another program where I am the chief guest. So I had to leave at around 6:30, and due to the shortage of time, I may not be able to reply all the questions, but definitely I am going to reply few of them. And other question I am going to reply on the WhatsApp or in my email.
Thank you so much, sir. It is so humble of you, a personality like you, a person that has so many achievements, who has already have been vice president of Thermoelectricity Institute and RKDF vice chancellor. I think it's a big thing for anyone to receive a reply from you. And you saying that you will answer the questions even after the conference ends is a big deal for everyone. I think everyone would like to know the answers of the questions that they will have.
Yeah. I'll be pleased to give the reply of all the queries of all the students, all the faculty member, guest member, anyone.
Sir, you're such a humble personality, I must say.
So nice of you, ma'am. Thank you very much.
So, I don't have words to express my feelings, because I have always been very close to defense and everything, and knowing that you've worked for missiles and the cooling tanks for the defense, and it's great for me to know that, sir. It's a really big deal and great thing for me to know that you are a person that has built it, and now you're sitting here and I can see you and I am talking to you. It's something like a dream come true. Thank you so much, sir, for being here today.
Okay, thank you. Thanks a lot.
A very warm welcome, Chatterjee sir. This is Brijesh here. This is Brijesh Soni here.
Oh, so nice of you. So I have seen your photograph only on the WhatsApp,
Yes, sir.
But today, actually I am looking you very nicely, very smart.
Thank
So
you very much,
nice.
sir, for your precious words. Actually, I was listening your experience are telling. You have very great experience in research and development, and as you can see, we are basically researcher here, right?
Yeah.
We have already named our organization Institute of Advanced Research. So basically, we have thoughts for doing something advanced in research and development domain, and definitely, as I heard you, you get experience in research and development in various government organizations of the India and abroad also. So definitely, we will take help from you. And I was also thinking about you for association in my International Advisory Council. We have already International Advisory Council where we have multiple experienced persons from India and abroad also.
Right.
So it will be very grateful for us if you will with us
Definitely,
in our advisory
definitely.
council.
Whatever best I can contribute for your institute, I am ready to contribute, and it is my pleasure. It is my pleasure.
Thank you very much, sir. And now let us start and move to the next other guest. So Krishna Priya ma'am is here. So Karuna ma'am, please welcome to Krishna Priya ma'am once and give them chance to speak something. Over to you. Please unmute yourself.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So, Dr. Krishnapriya Vengvasni ma'am is here, and we are very happy to have you here, ma'am. She is a scientist in ICAR, that is Indian Council of Agricultural Research in Sugar Breeding Institute. Ma'am, we are very happy to have you here. It's a pleasure for us to have a scientist like you who is working in such a big organization, and we are having you here is a great and big deal for us. Would you please unmute yourself and say a few words for encouragement of the students here?
Hello. Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. It's I'm happy to be part of this initiative. So I am a scientist in ICAR Sugarcane Breeding Institute. My main domain is plant physiology, and my area of expertise is in mineral nutrition and studying the root phenotype of plants. So that is my main thing. And then here I'm here to present something what I like, the research experience what I had with hydroponics technologies. So yeah, so hope it will be useful to the audience.
Sorry to interrupt, ma'am. Can you please turn on your camera once?
Yeah, actually, no, I'm sorry. Actually, the power is not here in my house right now, so
Okay,
that is
okay.
the issue, and signal is also problem. That is why I have not switched on.
No problem.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yeah.
Professor Dr. Ajit Thakur sir is here, and we want to welcome. Yeah, Karuna ma'am, over to you.
Yes, sir. I have already welcomed Ajit sir, but I'll do the same again. Namaste, Ajit sir. Ajit sir is Dean in Munger University, Bihar, India, and he is in our advisory council, and he is a great guest here as well, because Ajit sir has been part of all the conferences that we have had till now, and it's always a great pleasure for us to have him with us in every step we take. Ajit sir. Was I
Okay, so
audible? Yes,
I think Ajit sir is not now here.
so might be network issue. He
Okay,
was here a few minutes
Yes,
before.
yes. Okay, Manisha Gaharwar ma'am is also here. Who is our member of advisory council. Manisha Gaharwar ma'am. Please welcome them.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm not able to see Manisha ma'am actually.
Uh,
Okay, yeah.
Manisha ma'am,
Manisha
can you
guys.
please unmute? Yes, yes. Ma'am, can you please turn on your camera once, if it is possible? We want to welcome you actually.
Manisha ma'am, are you there?
Okay.
I think so. Manisha ma'am is not here,
Okay.
so
Okay.
yeah.
I think I should start the presentation now.
Yes, sir. So we should not keep
Okay.
our guests waiting for a long time now.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Because we have already spent 30 minutes, so I should
Yes,
start
sir.
now presentation, and then we will start discussion with our panels, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, is it visible now?
Yeah, it is
Yes, sir.
visible.
Okay. So basically, this is a joint program between IES University Bhopal. They have already agriculture department. So it's very big thing for us that students from that university is also here, and we are GIAR Foundation. So this is a joint program between us, and we would like to present a presentation here. So GIR is a GoldSmith Institute of Advanced Research, and we are basically working in research domain. How actually we can realize research, not only paper, even in real life and real world also. So everyone know that technology and entertainment, these two parts are very much trending nowadays, and everyone think that it will get more earning rather than other domains, other technology or other things. So we will know that technology root domain or mother of technology is science. So for evolving or gradual evolvement in technology, we have to work in scientific research, right? And same thing in entertainment domain, we have to work, or if we want to dive into for getting something new, so we have to do work or research work in artistic research or arts, like fine arts, performing arts, and all these things. So these are basic two domains where we have to work, or we can say we are working already. So this is our next slide, and as I already told, we are working in scientific research. So what we are doing exactly in scientific research era, So we have planned for, or we are already doing works in all the core sciences like biological science, physical science, chemical science, mathematical science, and environmental science. We have multiple projects already doing in core sciences, and we are just trying to move outside India also.
Sir, have you changed the slides because Krishpriya ma'am is saying the slides are not moving. So were you changing the slides or is it the just first slide?
Now is it visible?
Yeah,
Yes.
it is visible.
Okay. So I'm just moving from first slide once. Okay. So this is the second slide. I have already explained about these things. What is basically we are doing in research domain. So as I told you, technology and entertainment are two parts where we have to work and get a lots. Everyone wants to work in these domains, right? So as I told you, mother things for technology is science and scientific research. So we are doing already, and in future we want to develop technology by getting theories from scientific research, right? And same thing in entertainment industry. If you want to work and if want to get exactly, if we want to get something new, so we have to work in artistic research as well, right? And in next slide, as a first part for getting technological innovation, we want to work in scientific research. So we are going to work in these core sciences: biological science, physical science, chemical science, and mathematical science. And we have already collaborating with various researchers in various continents, and we have already named these Alpha being for Asia, and we are already working in biological science, and we have already done something in organic farming and hydroponics, drone technology, and all these things. So, and we have also planned for medical sciences also in India, and we would also spread in other countries in Asia as well. And same like physical sciences, we would like to expand our work, and already we have some researchers from America, especially North America, and we have already collaborators from Bolivia, which is in South America. So that is beta
Sir,
beam.
slides are not visible. Could you please put it on full screen?
Actually, in full screen, we are not able to show properly, right? That's why. I will try once. Is it good now?
Sir, I think there's some technical issue, so it's not visible in full screen. It's fine.
No,
But
I would like to request Dr. Soni, you please
Yes, sir.
speak on the air. Forget about the slide.
Okay, sir. That is fine.
okay.
Okay,
So-
and as I told you, we have multiple wings in different continents, and collaborating with researchers and scientists in different continent for doing research in particular core sciences. As you can see, for gamma beings in Liberia, America, Africa, and for delta being for Europe, for mathematical science. Actually, we have trying to collaborate for people who are working in cosmology, space science, in delta wing, which is in Estonia. And same for Directorate of Environmental Science, we have collaborators from Oceania, that is basically theta wings, and now we are trying to move there in agricultural research, right? So this is basically what we are doing, and what we have planned for future also. And now we want to move in next slide. And Karna ma'am, you would like to
Yes, sir.
explain your part, right?
Yes, sir. So, Goldsmith Cinematic Universe is basically the entertainment part of our organization. So, Goldsmith Cinematic Universe, as the word says, universe. So, universe doesn't have just one country or one continent. It contains the whole world and the universe. So, basically, our idea of cinematic universe is people from around the world will be under one roof, creating movies and everything that comes under entertainment, movies, web series, everything together. There will be no discrimination of race, of culture, of languages. Everything will be together. So I think it will bring us together culturally, or we'll get to know about others' culture, other countries, other continents' culture, and they will get to know about ours. So we're also hiring interns for direction, acting, story writing, because this is the first step of any creation. So we will hire interns and we will train them for the for all the kind of interests that they have and that we have listed, like direction, acting, story writing, screenplay writing, dialogue writing, songwriting, composing, singing, songwriting, music, modeling, any kind of interest that they have in entertainment sector. We'll bring them all, we'll polish them, and we'll help them to get their talent out, and then we'll portray them in front of the world as an artist, as a product of Goldsmith Cinematic Universe. Thank you, sir. Is there any
Thank you, Karna
question
ma'am.
about it?
We will take questions at last. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah. So in next slide, I would like to explain about our training plans. What are currently we are working there. So first of all, as you can see at first part, professional membership plan. So as we know, we basically professional organization for research and development. So we are also providing professional membership for students, researchers, and working professionals as well. And we have some plans, and you can move if someone is interested. You can move our website basically, and you will get details for applying, how you can apply for professional membership. And after getting professional membership, if you will be member in our organization, so we will provide internship program also, especially for students and research scholars. They will get professional internship in our organization. We would basically train them on in various projects and various departments. So it is basically very helpful to the newcomers, especially students who are just entering here from their college life. So they will get very good experience in a multinational or multi-continental organization, because people are working here from other continent also. As I told you, people are from Africa, from Bolivia, Micronesia, Estonia. So they will definitely very good experience in internship program, and it will be for 6 months. And after completing 6 months, they will get certificate from our side after cracking a short examination. And now in the next point, we have we have already running our language academia, where we are providing classes for communication. Actually, initially when we have started recruiting the staff members, so we have feel that people are not very good for in communication. That was the problem. So that time we have decided for opening a language academia, where we can basically train the newcomers who are joining here. So that time we have started language academia, and after getting good response, we have bifurcated our language academia into 3 parts, and renamed also as International Linguistic Research Institute. That is basically we are dedicated for research in languages also. So we have bifurcated this institution as a three parts: Directorate of Natural Languages, which is basically our language academia, where we are providing classes for various natural languages, including English, German, Spanish, French, Italian, Chinese, Korean, Japanese, and all these things. And in next part, a directorate of language, we are going to train students, newcomers, engineers in machine languages, including research work. We want to work in compilers, like smart compilers, how we can develop smart compilers, and how it will be available in online in server. So we are basically trying to move into a smart server based or cloud based compiler. That will be basically intelligent compiler, right? And and next, Directorate of Alien Languages. So as you can see, we are trying to move outside the planet, in next planet or next galaxy. So we have to know also about alien languages. Already some researchers are involved there, and they are getting some clues and evidences for alien languages, and they are basically getting their sign languages, how they will communicate by using sign languages. But we want to just explore more how basically they will communicate uh, within their community, right? And after that, we have also planned for providing scholarship to our researchers basically. So our research scholarship program is bifurcated into two parts: for national students and international students. So national scholarship will be provided to the students who are working in India itself, and they will be basically from India. They will be native from India. And for international scholarship scheme, people who want to work in outside country, in overseas countries, and someone who want to work in India from outside countries. So we will provide scholarship to them. Okay. And in next step, international ideology test. Actually, this is IIT international ideology test for recruiting researchers. Okay. So we want to recruit researchers who will work basically on core sciences research in our laboratory, and we will recruit them by getting this test. Who will crack this test, they will be eligible for joining our organization as a scientist or as a researcher. And we will call him basically ideologist. Initially, as a fresher, he will be called as ideologist in our organization. And in next step, research publications. So we have already two publications. Basically, these are magazines. So first magazine named as I Am a Scientist. This is basically our scientific magazine where we have collected various articles from students in India, and we have published these articles in a single magazine. And now we are ready for providing to the peoples who want to read that, and they will definitely get good ideas, innovative ideas. What we have collected from students in various parts of India, right? And second one is Harmosha. That is basically beauty and research, beauty and fashion research magazine. And parallelly, at the same way, we have collected data from various continents. Actually, we have a research ambassador in different continents, different countries. So we have collected data from that particular countries, and after collecting those data, we have published various beauty standards, different beauty standards in different continents. So that is our basically second magazine, Harmosha. And everyone can subscribe our magazine, both magazine, from our website. They have to pay something of a few amount, and they will get subscription for this magazine. This is not for a single time. We will provide new versions in upcoming years in 2023, 2024, 2025. So that will be our basically publication, what we are doing research, and that will be published in the form of magazine, right? So next slide, what we are doing in farming sector, because this is basically conference for farming. So we want to tell here what we are doing in farming sector. So we are working for smart farming, and we have already working since 2021 for organic farming. We have our own farms, and we are trying to grow vegetables, basically vegetables and prawns by organic method, by using organic 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 seeds and organic techniques and fertilizers especially. So same for drone technology, we are also trying to develop drone. We have some work also, we have already done some work also for drone technology, and basically we want to automate our farming system by using drone. How a drone can uh, manage all the things.
Sir, you're not audible. Yes, sir.
Good result in that particular part. And the Internet of Things,
Sir, your voice is not coming.
Sir, you're not audible.
in our farm also. So definitely we will get good experience from our panel sites.
Sir,
And yes,
sir, could you please repeat this slide, because you were not audible enough, so I don't think people have gotten enough of what you have told us.
okay. So now I'm audible properly.
Yes, sir, you are now.
Okay, thank you. So as I told you, this is basically conference for smart farming. So smart farming is basically where we can use technology in farming, and how we get better result in farming sector, right? So as I told you, we are already working since 2021 in organic farming, and we have grown vegetables basically by using organic techniques, organic fertilizers, and all these things. And we are also parallelly working from drone technology, how we can use drone in farming, how we can automate the things in our farms by using drone, right? And in the next step, deep learning in phenotyping. Phenotyping is basically observation of any type of influence. It may be environmental influence in plants, basically in farms. So if plants are already affected from any disease, so we can observe by using drone in phenotyping, and we will work with deep learning for image processing. How much affected that farmer, that plants, by disease, right? And Internet of Things. So I told you, one of my colleague, or you can say collaborator, who is already working in this domain, Internet of Things. So how we can sorry. So how we can use Internet of Things or sensors? Sorry, just a minute. I want to take a minute.
I think there has some technical error from sir's side. So, is the screen visible to anyone else, or is it black? Hello? Am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible.
So, is the screen black or you could see anything?
No, we are seeing that Vijay's name is there.
Yeah.
That's all. But neither is now it is visible.
Okay.
Okay, sorry for the interrupt. Actually, someone was trying to join our meeting, so that was there. Okay, so should I start once more? Okay.
Sure, sir. Please continue.
So, slide is visible now. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So, as already discussed about Internet of Things in farming, and at last point, hydroponics technology. So I told you this is today's basically domain where we have gathered here for discussing this technology. We have lots of experts here basically who want to discuss here in this topic, and definitely we will get good experience from our panel and student side also. Okay, so we have just put a single slide here about hydroponic technology. So you can definitely see here what exactly hydroponic system. Okay, so at top we would like to we have to provide basically light for photosynthesis. So that is basically light plates here, and at second place we have to basically grow tray where we have to plant vegetables, and at next level filling pipe where we have collected water and basically fertilizers, and that will be moved by using motor, electric motor. Okay, so you can understand basically what is hydroponic system. So now in the next slide we have some special units in our organization that is basically supporting units for our work. So as I told you earlier, initially, International Advisory Council. So we have International Advisory Council where we have multiple advisors from India and abroad also, right? Approx we have 20 to 25 advisory members in our advisory council, and we have also International Recruitment Board. Basically, we have a research ambassador from various continents, and they will take interview for those researchers or collaborators who are from other countries, right? So that is basically our International Recruitment Board. And for security purpose, especially our female staff or researchers, if someone wants to travel outside India or in various states in India, so we have security and surveillance task force where we have basically female security staff, and they will help to our female staff. Okay, and as I told you earlier, we have magazines also. So for editing purpose, we have editorial board for magazine. And at last we have mass and media staff for promoting our works, basically projects, right? So in next slide we have some galleries, as today we are here in online mode. So we are doing since 1 to 2 years working here. So we have some snapshot here you can see. And at last slide we have some contacts. We have basically contact where you can contact us. So our website is here, web address. You can visit our website, web portal, and for getting more information you can mail us, and we have WhatsApp number and calling number. You may call us or WhatsApp us to thank you very much for a short presentation from our organization side. And now we would like to request your especially expert panels and guests for moving to their presentation. So Kana ma'am, over to you. Just for welcoming new guests who are here for join later, right?
So you were not audible. Could you please repeat once?
Okay, actually, I was telling we have more guests here who had joined later, so you have to welcome them. I would like to announce name them.
Yes, sir.
Okay, one by one. Actually, some guests are trying to join, but due to some technical issue, they are not able to join. That is
Yes,
the
I
problem.
understand.
Yes. So I'm just moving the list who are joined already here from our guest list. So now I'm unable to see anyone who is new here. So I
Yes,
would
sir.
like to request Krishna Priya ma'am. She should start her presentation with her introduction. Basically, students or participants are ready to listen you. Over to Krishna Priya ma'am. Yeah.
Yes, please. I'll just share my presentation.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you able to see the slides?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So okay. So I'll be presenting on an overview of hydroponics, like just the basics of hydroponics, what it is, and what are the advantages, the types.
Hello.
Yeah, hello. Hello.
Yeah,
Yes,
you
ma'am.
please
Continue.
ma'am.
You're audible.
Please
Okay.
continue.
There is some. I'm able to hear some disturbance in the.
No,
background.
it's okay. Something will
Yeah,
come. You please continue.
Yeah, okay. Okay. So first of all, let us see what is hydroponics. So it is basically the soilless cultivation, that is growing crops without soil. So in this technology, the water and mineral elements, it is supplied through nutrient solution. The mineral elements mainly required for plant growth is nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, calcium, magnesium, sulfur, and other micronutrients like iron, zinc, boron, magnesium, manganese. So in this hydroponics, we supply the water as well as mineral elements through nutrient solution. It can be either with or without a growing media or a substrate. So the major types of hydroponic systems is basically either open or closed system. So in open system, the nutrient solution which is excess or in surplus, it is not recycled, but it has to be replaced. Whereas in the closed system, the excess flow of nutrients from the roots is collected and recycled back to the system. This is better seen here. Herein you can see the open cycle system, wherein we give the nutrient solution to the plant. Okay, and it has to be replaced. It is not recycled again. But in the closed loop system, whatever nutrient solution is given to the plant, we have an option to recycle back into the system, so that there is less wastage. So these are the basic types. And let us move on to the commonly used substrates. If we go for organic substrates, either peat or coconut fiber. And in inorganic, the most commonly used substrate for supporting the plant growth, that is sand, perlite, pumice, vermiculite, then expanded clay, stone wall, zeolites, and lapillus. And then coming to synthetic substrates, expanded polystyrene, or what we call as the thermocol sheets, then polyurethane foam. So these are the commonly used substrates to support the plant growth while we going for hydroponics. Then there is a classification of hydroponics technique based on water distribution. So that is of two types. One is deep flow technique and other one is nutrient film technique. Okay, this deep flow technique, it is also called as deep water technique. Here we have the cultivation of plants which will be floating or will be supported, like hanging with a support like a raft, panels or boards in a container filled with 10 to 20 centimeter of nutrient solution. So that container can be of any dimension, but the level of water or nutrient solution will be mostly ranging from 10 to 20 centimeter, and the plants will be either floating with the help of some thermocol sheets or supported with the help of raft, panel or boards. So here the tanks are equipped with flowing rafts to support the plants above the water, and the roots are mostly penetrating inside the water. With this technique, we can minimize the cost, and also it is easy for management, and there is limited need for automation. The only thing that needs to be taken care here is the oxygen content, which needs to be monitored periodically. Otherwise, nutrient deficiencies may appear. This I will elaborate in later slide. This oxygen content, which needs to be monitored, it can be maintained by circulation of the solution. Like we can use aquarium pumps to supply the oxygen and required for the plant growth. So the next one is nutrient film technique. Here we have the nutrient solution which flows and circulates with 1 to 2 centimeter layer of water. Here there is the recirculation of nutrient solution and the absence of substrate. Like we can directly have it. I will show you with a pictorial representation in the next slide. So here there is an ample scope of potential for automation to save on labor cost, and also we can manage the optimum plant density. Here the lack of substrate and the low water levels as compared to the deep flow technique, it makes this nutrient film technique vulnerable to the failure of pumps. That is, sometimes there may be clogging or failure in the power supply. Then temperature fluctuations in the nutrient solution, it may cause the plant stress followed by diseases. So here is a pictorial representation of the deep flow technique and nutrient film technique. So in deep flow technique, you have the plants which are supported on raft or foam-like structure, and the roots are penetrating in the nutrient solution. So here we have the tanks which is filled with the nutrient solution. So this is the deep flow technique, and this is the nutrient film technique. Plants are directly supported on a substrate, and the nutrient solution will be flowing on this raft. So this is the difference between deep flow and nutrient film technique. There are other systems as well, like wick system, drip hydroponics, aeroponics, Prakti method of hydroponics, which I'm not elaborating right now. Okay, why we have to maintain? I hope everyone must be conversant with the pH of the solution. If anybody is not having much idea, I can just give pH it says that what is the either number of hydrogen ions or number of hydroxyl ions in a solution. So that is the pH of the nutrient solution, which is very important. Like it determines what are the nutrients which are available for the plant uptake. Okay, so the nutrient of the solution is very important, which determines what are all the mineral elements which the plant will be taking up through the roots. So we need to optimize the pH of the nutrient solution based on the crop that we are going to take up in the hydroponics. Then there is another two phenomenon called as antagonism and synergistic. That is, when we see the different nutrient elements, like some nutrient elements, they may be synergistic. That is, they may be both together, they will be taken up by the plant. That is, even though like phosphorus and magnesium, for example, whatever may be the amount of phosphorus or magnesium in the solution, the plant will be easily taking it up together. Whereas what is the meaning of antagonism is that when there is a particular element which is antagonistic, that is like, so for example, iron and copper, if plant will be taking up one element, they Hello, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, sorry for the interruption here. Sorry.
No problem, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. So antagonism is that wherein there are two elements. When one is available in a higher amount, it may be affecting the uptake of the other element. So that is the phenomenon called antagonism. So based on this antagonism and synergistic reactions, we have to optimize the composition of the nutrient solution for each crop and what we need. Okay, so these are the factors which are important for hydroponic methods. And then disinfection methods. When we talk about raising plants under the nutrient solution, what we must anticipate is that there will be some algal growth, and also easily there will be infection, so which can be treated by different methods like non-chemical methods consisting of heat treatment, UV radiation or filtration, or chemical methods by the use of ozone, hydrogen peroxide or sodium hypochlorite. And more importantly, the algal growth can be prevented by regulating or actually even keeping the light incidence on the nutrient solution to the bare minimum. Okay, so what we have seen so far is what are the factors which are important for hydroponic technology, and what are the advantages and disadvantages of hydroponics. When we see the advantages, there is no soil involved, and we can make optimal use of the location. This I am saying in the sense that we can even go for vertical farming, or we can have multiple racks. Even within a small area, we can have multiple racks of hydroponics grown plant. So that is the optimal use of the location available. Then complete control over the climate. Mostly we go for controlled condition, wherein we regulate the temperature RH of the chamber, of the greenhouse chamber, wherein we grow the hydroponics setup, wherein we have that. So we have the complete control over climate, and it saves water, optimal use of nutrients, then pH control, and due to all this, there is faster growth rate of the plant and zero weeds. Weeds, we know, is the right plant in the wrong place. That is what we call, like when we are usually, for example, if we are growing when we are growing rice, any other crop which grows in the rice field is a weed. So in case of hydroponics, we can have absolutely zero weeds. Then what are the disadvantages is that it is time consuming and it requires specific expertise. Like not all we need to have some prior knowledge on it, how to do it and how to go about it. and we cannot just blindly take up the hydroponics technology. So first we need to improve our knowledge on that, and then only go for it. And like I said, each crop has a particular requirement of the nutrient solution of the pH and the composition, like how we are going to supply the nutrient elements. For example, nitrogen, it may be supplied as calcium nitrate or potassium nitrate or even ammonium hydroxide. So we need to first standardize what element we need to use, like what salt we are going to use for our requirement. So these things requires big expertise. Then there is always the risk of electricity failure and non-availability of water, which is very important for hydroponics. So that causes the threat of the system failure, and the initial investment is very expensive. So there is always the risk of return on investment. Okay, so as I have been working during my PhD, I have worked in with the soybean crop and raised the crop in hydroponics, like you can see in this picture. So I had raised the crop in this hydroponics system, wherein you can see that aquarium pumps, which is there for aeration to provide oxygen for the plant growth. And I had my work was basically on under the phosphorus deficiency, that is without phosphorus in the solution, how the plant, like which particular variety or genotype of the soybean can perform better, and what is the mechanism behind that, to study that. So in that case, the hydroponics technology will come as a good technique, because from the soil we can never exclude any element, like we cannot say zero phosphorus when we grow any crop in the soil, but the same thing can be done in the hydroponics. Like one control, we can have full phosphorus, which is what is required for the plant, and in the treatment we can have minus phosphorus, that is without phosphorus, and see which particular genotype of the soybean, how it performs under that treatment condition. So this was during my PhD work, and at present, as I am working at ICR Sugarcane Breeding Institute, we have developed this hydroponics facility for growing sugarcane. Sugarcane, as you know, it is a 12-month-old crop, and it is very much like it extensively requires the nutrients and water. So we, according to the requirement of the sugarcane, we have like customized this. We have made very large glass tanks, and we optimize the nutrient solution and pH also of the nutrient solution to support the sugarcane growth. So here you can see this basically, like I said previously, here also we ensure that light will not be falling on the roots or in the nutrient solution to prevent the algal growth. Similarly, here also we have covered the glass tanks with the black paper. Just for the sake of taking the photograph, we have removed the black paper here, and you can see how well the root has grown and the plant has grown over here. Here you can see the difference between this and these two. Here we are having control, that is normally grown sugarcane plants, wherein in this row we have introduced polyethylene glycol in the nutrient solution. Polyethylene glycol will mimic the like a drought condition. Okay, like in the field, I'm sure you might know that drought means without like non-availability of water. That is, when there are no rains, we'll be getting drought in the field. Over a prolonged time, when there are no rains and no water to the crop, we'll be getting a drought condition. So that kind of field drought is mimicked by adding polyethylene glycol, a chemical called polyethylene glycol, in the solution. So here you can see that plants are green, whereas here the plants are somewhat dry and wilted. That is because of the polyethylene glycol. So here we have a different one set of varieties, and the same set is over here. So with this, we can find out like which is the variety which at least performs somewhat equivalent to that of the control condition under the drought condition. So these are the research applications of hydroponics. So similarly, there are recently upcoming applications of crop production also through hydroponics. Like here you can see, I told you previously, like how we can make optimal use of the space available. Like we can go for multiple racks, or we can go for this type of vertical farming. So these are all the options available through hydroponics. So yes, so I've come to the end of the slide. Thank you, and I'll be happy to answer any questions and comments from the participants. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Actually, we will take questions last.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we are going to move for next presentation. So Dr. Ashish Patel sir is here, who is from Konark Group. He is a senior agronomist from Konark Group. So he will present our content. So Dr. Ashish Patel sir, please unmute yourself, and Kana ma'am, over to you. Please welcome to Dr. Ashish Patel sir, who is from Gujarat basically. Sir,
Am I audible, sir?
Yes.
Dr. Ashish Patel, sir, is a senior scientist in Konark Group, Gujarat, and we're very happy to have you here, sir. And you will be presenting today. It's a great honor for us to learn anything from you. And Krishnapriya ma'am, thank you as well for presenting and for a great explanation. It was very fruitful to me and to everyone present here. And I think Ashish sir will also give us a lot more knowledge about hydroponics, and you can continue, sir. I wouldn't take a lot of time.
I will share my presentation.
Yes.
Today my topic is hydroponics farming, essential factor for developing and operating it. So everyone knows what is the hydroponics. So why we need to a hydroponics farm? First we think why we already do the traditional farming and soil-based farming. So why we need to traditional farming? So in this factor you can see the fertilizer, water use and utility of soils. In fertilizer and water use efficiency is much better in the hydroponics farm as compared to the soil-based farming. In hydroponics farm we can fertilizer here not losses of any kind of percolation, transpiration, then leaching, but in hydroponics directly absorbs the nutrient from the nutrient solution. Also here in 90% water are saved into the hydroponics farming. When you also a hydroponics farm do into the burial land, then unproductive land, also a concrete structure. When in soil-based farming we require a fertile soil and productive soil. Also biotic abiotic stress are less into the hydroponic system. That's why the 30% faster growth as compared to soil-based farming, and 25% more yield as compared to the soil-based farming. Also pest and disease are less because we developed in protected cultivation. Also as sustainable because we in a currently unseasonal rain are coming into the outside. So in hydroponic systems we develop in protected cultivation, so the additional rain or additional climatic impact is not into our plants and crops. In future 83 million people are added into the every year. So in future 2050 9.8 billion people. So we need a 70% more food for the fulfill the this too much populations. So we need a 593 million hectare for fulfill food for 9.8 billion people. So we need a almost double size of land required of India. If you can assume how much fertile land and productive land we require for the in future for the for the production of food for the fulfill the this type how this population. So it's nothing to possible. So we need another options. So another option is hydroponics farming. They can grow anywhere, any kind of structure. You can manage it, and it's definitely grown. The commercial industry day by day increasing. In 2088, 22.2 billion people billion dollars are business into the commercial hydroponics farming. These are the advantage to do the commercial hydroponics farming. Then these are the importance. What are the factors are for the developing of hydroponics farming? These are the different factors. The first factor is structure. What you grow when you develop the hydroponics projects in a condition of your land, agricultural land, any land, or your terrace. It's the outside structure, because here naturally sunlight are available, is known as outdoor structure. This different type of structure you develop and do the hydroponics farming. These are the indoor farming. When the natural light are not available, we provide the artificial light with the specific wavelength. Then we do the indoor hydroponics farming. These are the different classification. My earlier lecture, he can also provide the different systems, so I cannot be brief introduced. This is wick systems. Then above and flow system is known as also flood and drain systems. Then deep water culture. The nutrient film techniques. Commercially worldwide, hydroponic systems are used. These systems, NFT system is known as a neutral frame techniques. Also DWC are used, but when we use the multiple harvesting crops like basil or parsley, that type of this structure or this system are not viable. This is the A-frame system. This is the flatbed NFT systems. Then drip system. It is also everyone knows drip systems. But in drip system, in hydroponically, Dutch bucket system for the growing of larger crops like wine crops. In wine crops is a bell pepper, cucumber, cherry tomatoes, different types of cherry tomatoes we have here we can grow. Also indigenous vegetables like brinjal, okra, also we can grow into the Dutch bucket systems. In Dutch bucket system, one benefit we use the water. It's also a collecting bag, so it's a recyclable water. So here water requirement is very less. But we use the commercially hydroponics farm, also a grow bag system. Then water recovery are not possible. But its initial cost to be less. That's why so many hydroponics growers are used as a grow bag systems. This is also a nice system. It's a trough system. When the tuber crops, closing presses crops, they are used trough systems. Then currently commercially worldwide for the vine crops and major indigenous crops are growing is through the cocoa pit grow slab system. It's a combination of cocoa chips plus cocoa pits. So it is a very useful technique. It's ready to available. It's you can spread it and apply the water, and it's ready for your grower. Then aeroponic system. In aeroponic systems, everyone knows sprinkling the nutrient into the root zone. Then they absorb the nutrient from the mist and they grow. But in this system, the major failure is when power off. At that time, the nozzle and sprinkler are stopping. The plants should be dry. But through the aeroponic system, the seedlings of potato are ready through the aeroponic systems. The aquaponic system is simultaneously both the fish as well as plants grow. The fish extracta are used as a nutrient for the plants. And simultaneously both are grow. The hydroponics order currently in Gujarat government, Banas Dairy is Asia's largest milk collecting dairy. Banas Dairy are commercially developed hydroponics fodder. It is a very high-tech dairy farming for the. This is the very important for the hydroponics fodder. Here we cannot be use any kind of media. Only the spread of grains like maize, then the wheats and grain and sprouting and growing with the proper nutrition and with the proper application of water, then it's ready for 8 to 9 days and it's ready for the cattle feed. So less area we can grow every year, every 24/7, every day we can produce the fresh green fodder for the cattle. Then microgreens also Gujarat government are initiate to mid-meal feed for the primary schools. We introduce the microgreens. It's a 70 times more nutrition per grams as compared to the mature crops. So it is known as a superfood. That's why the government are introduced in the primary school. It's a pilot project run after the elections. When I was in Maldives, at that time I will grow different kind of microgreens, red amaranthus, mustard, red rocket microgreens, and it is this last one is ready to eat. It means you grow and sell it. Consumer is harvest and he consume the spinach microgreens. This is the edible flower. It's also in commercial hydroponics farming. It's a very huge demand. And temperature, everyone knows in 70 to 27 temperature are required. Atmospheric temperature, how to maintain the pad and fan, and then the fogger system and central boiling systems. That's why we need in fan and pad system we develop two systems, negative pressure system and positive pressure system. Generally in India, negative pressure system are used. Then exhaust fan not be away from the 25 centimeters, are away from the pad and exhaust fan. The cellulose pad are available in market 2, 4, 6 and 12 inches. But generally hydroponics farm are use 6 inches. In indoor farm, we use air condition. Then fogger are used for the relative humidity control as well as temperature. The rate of cooling increases by the proportionally water droplet size of decreases. When water size are decreased, then increase the much temperature into the NVPH as well as into net house. Central boiling system is generally used out of country for increasing the temperatures. The nutrient solution temperature in root zone 20 to 30 Celsius degree temperature are required. So when temperature is high, so this means it's a dissolved oxygen level is decreased into the nutrient solution. So fungus attacks and root rot are observed into the plants. These are the use for nutrient chillers and nutrient solution heater. Relative humidity maintained into 50 to 80%. So higher humidity. So what happened? Higher humidity, stomata close, reduce the transpiration. So translocation of fruit are stopped. That's why the deficiency of calcium are observed into the root tip. Also, a more and pest disease are observed through the higher relative humidity. When low relative humidity, transpiration higher, the plant are turgid, then yields will be reduction. So higher humidity will be managed into the exhaust fan as well as in air circulated fan. So what happened? When higher humidity in fan and pad structure, then pad are stopped and exhaust fan are run. So atmospheric moisture are thrown out from the house. So decrease the relative humidity and increase the humidity through the fogger. The light also positive correlation with the yield because photosynthesis, which is directly most metabolic process into the plants. That's why, and 10,000 to 18,000 lux meter are used for the plants growing. In outdoor project, shade net are used. 15% aluminum shade net are used for the control of sunlight. Then indoor, we use the LED, commercially available. Also, we can customize a specific wavelength according to your crops. And carbon dioxide, generally commercial hydroponics are not use this parameter for the maintain, but you can also maintain this carbon dioxide, also you increasing the growth. Nutrient solution, 17 essential nutrients are available. So in nutrient, we keep in mind two things. The composition of your nutrient knows it contains the all elements required for the plant's its correct ratio. We can here we note as a soil, use as a media as a soil. So soil, what happen? You apply the urea. So urea store into the soil, then they slightly release to the plants, and plants absorbs from the slightly from the soil. But here you cannot do these things. So the proper correction ratio must be maintained. So what is your EC or your solution strength in running into a particular crop according to your storage growth, according to your hydroponic systems and types? Generally, hydroponics farmers are used as a two parts of nutrient, but I have developed three type of part of nutrient, and fourth is a buffer of pH. This is the principle of autodosing systems. Electric conductivity is a measure and principle of as a parameter for the hydroponics growers. The ability of a solution carry out the current is known as the electric conductivity. It's measured by the millisiemens per centimeter or microsiemens per centimeter. pH. When pH is lower, then we increasing to the potassium hydroxide, and pH is higher than down with the phosphoric acid. The growing media should be ideal. It's the chemical free, stable, clean, and not too much waterlogging problem. Also, water holding capacity higher, and also as well as air holding capacity also must be higher. And buffer capacity also should be good, because when sometimes what happen, pH are fluctuated. At that time, they resist the change of pH. These are the different growing media, but I have worked on these three type of media. Location, it must be required for the proper management, because you can grow a leafy type of vegetables like lettuce, basil, kale. Then it's a perishable item. It's fast composed. You need to obey direct to the market. So location should be near to the metro city. But you can grow a bell pepper, cherry tomato, and a cucumber. Then the interior part of location, then it's maybe okay. Then flooring must be weed matter used, because soil matters and pest and disease, weeds are not interrupt our crops. These are the different crops you can grow. Then bell pepper, yellow tomato, cherry tomato, zucchini, yellow zucchini, cucumber, then yellow cherry tomato, black cherry tomato, tea drop cherry tomato, bell pepper. Now a current hydroponics farm are only growing different exotic crops, generally commercially hydroponics farm. But future is you can also grow on a medicinal crops as well as indigenous vegetables, indigenous crops. So this is the huge demand in turmeric, black turmeric, ginger, black ginger, then brahmi, ashwagandha, kalmek, saffron, then centrala and zimnima. These are the photographs I will click from my farms when I work with. Then this is the strawberry in indoor farming. These are the bell pepper, then cucumber, cherry tomato. Here you can see how you can see the hygiene of the crop structure. This should be maintained. The hygiene is maintained, the less pest and disease are interrupt to our crops, and healthy food are you produce. These are the cucumber. When I was in Maldives, that time I will grow this type of cucumbers. Currently, I am work on medicinal plants. These are the vertical soil-less cultivation. I think first Indian vertical soil-less turmeric we are growing. It's successfully growing in 9 months. Last year we harvest is around 1.3 kg. We got it. These are the samples. This is the black turmeric. This is kalmek. we use for the DWC, deep water culture, we use and we grow the calming. These are the saffron. Indoor structure, we are growing a saffron. These are the farming, Brahmi. This is bicoside content, which is active content. Bicoside is a 2.9. It's higher than the outer side. We growing a traditional farming that is higher from the indoor. Nutrient deficiency, everyone know, upper part, lower part. These are the parameter you daily observation, then you feel the tip burning, leaf necrosis due to the higher relative humidity. At that time we can observe. Then green oak layer roaming, the lankiness when the plant are not proper sunlight at that time. So, observe. Then these are the pest and disease. Fight against, you can also maintain these are the operating guidelines. These are my contact details for the further instructions. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Dr. Soni, am I audible? Or
Yes,
So your
sir.
mic is on.
yeah, can I take the leave because I have to move for the another forum?
Yes, sure. I think Shivam sir, would you like to thanks to Chatterjee sir?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Professor Dr. Sujanthu studies are the in plethora of wisdom, and so we must find time to stop and thank the people who make a difference in our life. We are very thankful for your valuable presence here, and we are happy to bless you. We are very thank you, sir, from our organization and from my side also for your valuable presence.
Okay, thank you. Thanks a lot to all.
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, we should also thanks to Chatterjee sir, our chief guest here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So as I have been saying, I think I've been said it more than 10 times now. It was very great of you to be with us today, and it's an honor for us that you gave us your precious time. And I hope you learned something about hydroponics as well.
Yes. I learned a lot, and still I am on a learning process. Whatever may be my age or research experience, still I am learning. And
Yes, sir.
let me give my heartiest thanks to all of you to be here with you. So I wish that your international webinar should be very successful and you are go ahead. Okay, thanks a lot.
So thank you
Thank
very
you
much,
so much,
sir,
sir.
from my side
Yeah,
also.
thank you, sir.
Thank
And
you.
definitely we would meet with you and
Yes,
associate with your
definitely.
research
It
experience.
will be my pleasure
Thank you
to
all.
meet you. It will be my
Definitely, sir.
pleasure to meet you. Okay. Okay, thank
you very
you.
much.
Thanks a lot. Thanks.
Okay, thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
So in the next queue, we have from IS University, expert from IS University. So, sir, who is from IES University, Bhopal, and I think he's ready to present.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So,
Myself, Dr. Jitin Malvi.
please introduce yourself once.
Okay, so Dr. Jitin Malvi here from heading the Department of Life Sciences and Biological Sciences, as well as PhD cells in the department. So, first of all, I would like to congratulate Vidya Soni, Dr. Saab.
Thank you,
You have great work you have started, your team. And the name you have chosen for your organization is very good. I think that is a
Thanks a lot, sir, for the compliment.
because the GoldSmith word is itself very hardening, and it's a very tough, we can say that tough words or tough tasks. And you are taking the tough task to get all the informations, all the research-oriented organization, and you have collected all the researchers get together, and I congratulate all the teams, and I wish them your organization has been grown and grown and grown in a like a sky, like a kite in the sky. They are moving around all the worlds. I'm not the man of the hydroponics, but I am very much, we can say that, wondered without soil. So that first I will see my presentation.
Sir, sorry to interrupt for a second. Kana ma'am, please introduce to John Audhu sir is also here, so you should welcome him.
Yes, sir. I'm very sorry, sir, Jiten sir, to interrupt in between. I would like to welcome our guest, that is Dr. Professor John Adu sir, and he has been in our all the conferences that has been held till now, and he is someone who is very curious about everything that we do. And John sir, do you recognize me?
Thank you for recognizing me. God bless you.
Thank you, sir.
Actually, your face
I'm
is
Dr.
not
John
visible
Audu.
properly. Your face
Yes,
is not visible properly.
Yes. Okay. I
Now
am
it is okay, sir.
I am on a field trip.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm
yeah,
on a
sir.
field trip. Sorry.
Yes, that's fine, sir. So should we continue?
Yeah. Dr. Jiten sir, you should continue.
Okay.
Jiten sir, yes, sir.
Okay, so I again share my slide. So welcome, John Audhu.
Thank you, sir.
So as I earlier told, as I am not the man of hydroponics technique, but I very much impressed by this technique, because we know, and I am just giving the commercial hydroponics viability in India, because we as an Indian, we need this type of techniques that can enhance this and keep the alternative resources for the we can say that food resources. Why this hydroponic is important in this today's talk? Because we know humans are now against a myriad of new demanding issues that are leading dramatic changes to our global lifestyle. Climate change, hazardous infectious diseases, increasing the urbanization process, infectious diseases, depletion of natural resources. So that is why the hydroponic farming is a very strong potential to mitigate the threats these issues pose to our agriculture system. Along this, in near optimal conditions using food environment agriculture technology is one of the biggest benefits of hydroponic farming. Crops grown and hydroponically can be grown anywhere on earth at the time of the year, regardless of weather condition, availability of cultivable land or soil quality. So this potential provides fresh local food for areas with extreme drought and low soil quality. So as this that is why we are taking the topic. As we all know that water is food and food is life. No water, no life. So you can see the picture. We have always trying to save water, save life, and the hydroponic techniques is totally dependent upon the water molecules or the water. So I'm not giving details because the earlier speakers has already given the details as well as the classification part. I'm just going through the economic part of the hydroponics techniques, because we know the techniques that is very important. We have no slide due to the urbanization. We have less number of we can say that soil availability or area will be we can say that due to the urbanization that will be very short. So without soil, that is a very important thing first of all, and the root only take the energy from the air as well as the sun. So that will be a very important aspect. Automatically we are going back through the organic farming, as well as we are totally dependent upon the traditional of our life, because Surya, we can, in a Hindu mythicals, we can say that sun is our god, and they provide the energy, and we can convert this energy into food. So this is the aim of my presentation. Why the hydroponics is important nowadays? What is the importance of to aware of this hydroponic technique? What are the advantages behind that? How we can implement the strategy of this hydroponic techniques, and what are the commercial viability of hydroponics in India? So basically, we know that the basis of the hydroponics technique is without soil. We can grow, as well as we can grow the plain nutrition values with the sterile substrate, as well as microbe-free vegetables, as well as we can say that fruits, as well as all other crops that will be required for the food resources in India. As well as we can also save our water, because this technique can save tons of water for our future generation. Because there will be a question what we can provide to the next generation. So that is a very biggest thing, the water molecules or the water, that will be a very precious gift to the next generation we have provided, and this technique will help in this process. There are several processes that you can understand. A small amount of water, a single drop of water can utilize, and you can grow your plant very easily without microbes, without failure. You can take advantage of this technology. And what are the primary benefits of this hydroponic cultivations? So that is a very important thing. Less soil cultivations the plant. We have already produced this very potential active crops also, as well as in the case of the ground agriculture or gardening are not possible this time, because in an ancient time when we are living in a very small areas, we are totally dependent upon the river and the soil, river and the water, and that water are we can say that the Ganga Ma is there. Why? Because the water can provided all the necessities. They can we can say that they provided all the goods, all the culture, all your health well, as well as the earning resources for the society. इसीलिए पहले जो गंगा के किनारे होते थे, रिवर्स के किनारे, जहाँ पानी होता था उसके किनारे लोग बसते थे, और उस तरह की खेती जो है वो भी वहाँ पर इंडियन माइथोलॉजी के अनुसार एग्रीकल्चर लैंड जो नदी के किनारे होते थे, that will be very fruitful for the society. In that case only, the land, the nutrition, the water, the disease and pest, and the labor is reduced now a time. We have to reduce all the materials, and we can grow very easily the hydroponics component. That is the secondary benefit. Why it is important? Because our plant can be protected with the help against the UV radiations. We can also protect our plants with insects and pests. Reuse of the water and the mineral that has been recharged from the tubes, as well as the nutrient reclaim, rebalance or reused. Protected and unpredictable weather patterns will be utilized. Have a good system, efficient use of labor, using optimum nutrition formulation, as well as off-season possible market prices will be high in the case of soil. So this is an example of the sample yield numbers conservative in a case of the soil agriculture, the rate of soil agriculture, and you can see the differences between the hydroponic and so you can say that the prices are very high in numbers, because due to the productivity, the potential, as well as the disease-free component or disease-free hydroponic plants will be available. So as the market takers of hydroponic plants, nowadays this market will be increases by the retail chains, by the private investors, hotel chains, fast food chains, processed food industries, railway catering also take this hydroponic plants. Some NGOs also provided this plants, foreign retail companies, defense establishment, and PPP partners. This is how the whole scenario, we can say that the whole world look at this hydroponic techniques. So globally, the cultivations process has been growth. As in Australia, the first rate will be 2008. So you can say that all the countries, all the global chains that are we have cultivated vegetables, flowers, number of fruits, as well as reduces the resources. We can totally dependent upon the techniques will be work for that. In the case of resources universe for commercial hydroponic agriculture, this type of resources available in universe also, and they need some low amount of capital to provide this type of techniques or this type of growth. So here these are some pictures from the
जिंकल ने लेवा जाओ तो लोक ना करता है
use the wallpaper. So the climate and weather is not a barrier now. Hydroponics will grow everywhere. So what are the opportunities in India in the case of in Indian market? Because we know we have totally dependent upon 75%. We have depended upon agriculture. So it is very important. We produces maximum number of vegetables or reduces the resources, because the resources are limited and we have to maintain resources and we have to give all the resources to the next generation. So the market will be available in India, and we have export all the good quality product to the other countries. And what are the important catalysts for hydroponic farming in India? That is the big growth market, because we know there are several markets, there are several malls are available. Once we are going for a market or we are purchasing anything, if there will be a very good things in a mall, we can also get it and we can also buy that. So these are the catalysts. Low cost of labor, because if we are just trying to develop this plant at my home with myself, because we do not need the labor. It's my interest, and due to this interest I can grow it at my home. Access to technology, that is just Dr. Chatterjee can say, in every age we can learn everything, so we can access to the technology and we can change everything. And the knowledge is a very important thing. When you are going through these things, we have applied this thing at our home, and we can grow a good garden, good kitchen garden, good terrace garden, good vertical hydroponic techniques garden at your we can say that in your bedroom also, in your drawing room also. And these are the 4 important farming analysis SWOT combined with the help of this strength, the weakness, the opportunities and the threats in India. Or we can say that the prices is high, but the other resources cost is reduces. So what are the challenges in India to overcome this hydroponic techniques? Because we know in Indian hydroponic practitioners need to overcome the capital cost, the trained manpower, and I congratulate again. You are taking this opportunity. You train all the we can say the trainers, and you can distribute the trainers into different marketplaces. Again, educated persons will be required. Attention of shifting market demands, because what demanding in the market, that analysis has been very important part, and that will be a challenge for hydroponic techniques in India. Attention to crop growing or culture practices, knowledge of IPM, knowledge of environmental control in GH, control of climate controls, as well as the bio-friendly insects you have to utilize. Again, the body of knowledge will be required, because commercial hydroponic growers, commercial system will be developed in India, and that will provide a very good market for the Indians. Again, the formulate industries standard, because we know market is very important, and the hydroponic techniques provided such type of important materials that will definitely produce the market in India. So these are some advantages and disadvantages that has already explained by one of the speaker. I'm not going through this thing. So thank you so much. This is a technique which we have utilized in our university. One of my friend Vinay Kare, he started GIAR International Hydroponic Technique Institute. So they produces lots of vegetables at their home, as well as their we can say that agricultural land also. So thank you so much for giving me an opportunity to present myself before you.
So thank you very much, sir. Actually, One of researcher from America is here, who is Paul Omley. So Paul Omley, please, can you please turn on your camera once? Paul Omley, please unmute your camera and mute yourself if you are here. Yeah. So thank you very much for being here. Can you introduce yourself? How about your work is going on? Are you able to understand my language? Please unmute yourself. Please unmute yourself. You are not. Yeah, now it is okay. Yeah.
Can you hear me? Good day, everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Paul Omale, an exchange scholar at the University of Kentucky, USA.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you introduce about your research work?
Okay.
In your laboratory, how you're doing there? Yeah.
All right. I'm currently working on tiger nut oil. Yeah, tiger nut oil has been discovered to be a magical oil, and in Nigeria, as a country, we lack oil because of the scarcity and high prices of vegetable oil and essential oil. So I decided to go into investigating tiger nut oil to see how it can be beneficial to my people. So I came down to the University of Kentucky to use their available facilities to carry out a good work on the oil. That's why I'm in the US.
Okay, thank you very much. And
Yeah, thank you.
Professor John, actually John sir is also organized recently a program in hydroponics. So he has very good experience in hydroponics. So he would like to something about hydroponics technology. So Professor John, can you please turn on your camera? Sir, please
Yes.
turn on your
Good.
camera once. Yeah.
Good afternoon.
Actually, we want to see you. Please turn on your camera.
Yes. Good
Yeah,
afternoon,
it is fine.
everyone.
Yeah, it is fine. Yes.
Yes. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, sir. Yeah.
Afternoon. Yeah. Well, I'm in the automation section of the hydroponic. We are into artificial intelligence and automating the system. Any system at all can be automated. So be it hydroponic or any other thing that we are using. So I've been involved in some researches with other colleagues in different universities in Nigeria. We've been trying to automate greenhouses, whether they are using hydroponic or not. We try to automate them to make them smart agriculture. That's what we do here in Nigeria. So Paul Omale is my junior colleague. I can see he's smiling. He's doing okay in the US. I thank God for that. So I wasn't actually asked to present anything because I just got the information of this meeting just some few hours yesterday. So I wasn't actually preparing for anything. But in terms of automations, artificial intelligence, and robotics, maybe in case of the smart farming in a greenhouse, I think I'm one of the worst person to go to look onto. But unfortunately, I'm not in the office nor at home. I'm going out, so I may not actually have anything much to present. I only just want to listen for now. Thank you.
That is enough, sir. Actually, I was also there in your program. If you are able to remember,
okay,
right?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember.
Yeah.
Okay,
so thank you very much, sir. And our next expert is here from IES University. So So Vikas sir, if sir is available here, so ask him to present once.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Hasmukh sir is already, Dr. Hasmukh Lal sir is already available here. Sir, you can
Okay.
continue with your presentation, sir. You are welcome here, sir.
Kana ma'am, once you should welcome to, yeah, unmute yourself.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry, sir. I was about to. So I'm welcoming Dr. Hasmukh Lal, sir, and he is assistant
Sorry to
professor
interrupt.
at agriculture. Yes, sir.
Actually, sir, can you please unmute your camera? Sir.
Hasmukh Lal, sir.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, sir. Now I should introduce again. Everyone,
sir.
let's welcome Dr. Hasmukh Lal, sir. He is assistant professor in agricultural department, IES, Bhopal. How are you, sir? Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
How are you?
I can hear you. Fine, ma'am.
Have you been liking it so far?
Yeah, ma'am.
Are you ready to present?
Yes, ma'am.
We are very excited to see your presentation as well, sir. We are learning a lot
Ji.
today about hydroponics and agriculture.
Yes. Good evening to all of
So,
you.
over
Myself,
to you,
Dr.
sir.
Hasmukh Lal. Thank you, ma'am. Good evening to all of you. Myself, Dr. Hasmukh Lal from IS Department, Agronomy, Agriculture Entomology, IS University, Assistant Professor. Today's discussion to hydroponic, such as some brief hydroponic about. Hydroponic is a horticultural and substitutional hydroculture, which include growing plants, usually crop and medicinal plants, so many other, without soil by using water-based mineral and nutrient solvent and equivalent. Terrestrial and liquid aqual plant may grow with the roots, exposure, nutrients, liquid for the addition. Root maybe can be microlized in addition. Supported insert medium such as the particle, gravel and other sustainable. Despite in intermedia roots cannot be change of the rhizosphere, pH, root, skeleton, affected to rhizosphere biological physiological balance, nutrients, soil and secondary. Last time was and including so many nutrients to water, then nutrient and hydroponic system can become from the many different organic and inorganic sources, including to extraction, dirt, manure, and purchases chemical fertilizer and artificial solution. Such as there is a plant or the commonly growth to hydroponic in the greenhouse, contamination and the environment on the intermediate adapted to control environment and agriculture. Hydroponic offers maybe advantage, nobody decrease in water used in agriculture to like as the so many plants at the tomato intensive farming. The method of conclusion is hydroponic culture such as is eligible to in India. So many farmers to apply to hydroponic plants and not large areas, so small areas culture. Like culture lead is the highest biomass and protein production component fairs and growth sustainable for plants cultivation. Some environment condition of supplies of the equal method of nutrients. Since hydroponic take much less water and nutrients to grow, produce the climate change treatments, agriculture yield, and could be possibly as the future of harsh environment in which little assessment water of growth is. Ma'am, I have make a PPT, some slides, pictures, so are different too. Can explain to about PPT. Let me 1 minute. I can share to PPT and briefly to about to 1 minute, ma'am. What you? Ma'am, can you share it, my PPT?
Sir, your PPT is not visible.
Or actually, ma'am,
Your
there
mobile
is a
screen is.
yes. There is some technical problem, ma'am. It's network issue. So,
Yes, sir.
can you hear me, ma'am?
Sir, I'm not able to see your PPT or the screen.
Okay, 1 minute, ma'am. That's it.
That's fine, sir. Take your time, sir.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, sir. It's visible now.
Vikas, can you hear me? Vikas, sir, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I can hear you. I am sharing the screen. Karuna ma'am, are you visible seeing this PPT?
Yes, sir. The PPT is visible. It's just.
Now it is visible?
Yes, sir. Better.
Yes.
Okay. Now, sir, it is visible, sir. You can continue with presentation.
Sir, PPT is not properly shown in the side. Is some
Better, sir. Better, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh. Here is, ma'am, hydroponic technical can be changed the face of Indian agriculture. So many farmers can be that not to use to land to soil. Here is the some specific modify like the kitchen gardens is used to hydroponic models, and these are the farmers of use and hydroponics, and he is cultivate to crops like so many crops, ma'am. That is just a vegetable crops. He is growth properly in some water and some nutrients and some other liquids. Sir, please next slide. Yes, can you see this?
Okay, I am sharing.
It is visible, sir. It's visible.
Okay. Here is there is a hydroponic. It's one of the promising method of cultivation in the field agriculture. Given is the most of the some prepared model of the areas. He is the hydroponic like as the so many students promoting to hydroponic models in little sunlight. Like as the buckets, he is the product of the some vegetable crops like tomato, brinjal, chili, and other crops. And getting the such as many of the people and smaller students started the practical hydroponic. Then can be made the region of the Indian one of the among agriculture country. Almost I know that he is the 75% Indians are farmers. He is the ancient and ordinary method of the agriculture, getting of visit of visual and the growth of technology as well as population and the propagation. Sir, next one. Here is a kitchen garden hydroponic farming. There is some model. He is also saying so all students give him the some examples to roots like vegetable crops growing in kitchen areas. He देखिए faculties of agriculture land converted to buildings due to the growth. So many area companies of the factory come out the feeder villager such as the background of the fertility. These are the types of the technology make of ordinary agricultural deemed. These are the sufficient facilities, soil and water. These are former of cultivation as a plant. And the next slide, sir, too. Seed. In the last May, and I think 5 May, an organization agriculture fair. So many installed in the agriculture fair, and Honorable Chief Minister Education in MP we have, and just some pictures I've looked at it, the hydroponics models. I have prepared to agriculture students and brief about to hydroponic, and continue to growth hydroponic model and cultivation running. Students are well growth and tomato, chili, and brinjals and other many crops are growth. Here is the pictures and see about the Honorable Chief Minister of Government of Madhya Pradesh and CEO and Agriculture IS University. Sir? Yes, hydroponic content. He is the there is a broadly Kshetra and patent and growth is the method of horticulture. IS universities, all faculties and students are growing to that type of model in a large area about hydroponic model method. Agriculture plants usually formed without the using soil of method of crop growing water rich in the essential micro. Here is the showing the some pictures and actually all the faculties and all the students can be grow to large area in hydroponic models can be used. This is the pattern. Okay, there is a 6 main types of hydroponic system to conserve for your garden with deep wicking, deep water, culture, documentation or nutrition. Sir, some is the pictures are the not showing the here. Actually, here the picture of there is the electric motor in some plants growth of the properly already grow some plants to grow in bucket area. Here is a practical work in the student about to hydroponics method and hydroponic farming, sir. Oh, actually, there is a little times of me. There is not a properly is this sharing my knowledge and hydroponic about this matter. So thank you so much about to myself.
Thank you very much, sir. It was really very good your presentation you have done here. And
okay, sir.
Actually, I have some announcement for the students. So, students, please don't remove from here. We have something special for you. We have one quiz at last, and we would also allow you to for asking questions from our expert team. So I'm just requesting you, please don't move from here. It will really benefited you, right? We have some types for you from my quiz. We will show our next quiz on screen. You will definitely good marks and you will win first prize, first, second, third prize, right? So you should not from here, right? Okay. So I think Dr. Ajas is also here, who is HOD from IS University Agriculture Department. If I'm right, Mr. Vikas, sir.
Yes, sir. He at that time, this time he is at traveling because of university work, and currently is not available here.
Actually, I was asking his presentation basically because in my knowledge, everyone has presented from expert side. Okay, so how much time he will take the presentation? How much time he will be able to present? Because
Dr. Ajaz Singh currently not available right now.
Okay. Okay. So from my list, Sarat Singh. Sarat Singh is also here. Can you please unmute yourself? You're audible. Sarat Singh. Okay. So I think all the experts has presented his or her content. So now we are ready to take questions from student size, especially from the topic hydroponics. Student, please ask a question one by one. We will try to answer you. Unfortunately, some experts has already left the meeting due to their work, and we have few experts here. Like we don't have much expertise, but we will try to answer you. So students basically from IS University, and Zon sir is also here. Zon sir and Omle sir is also here, and we will definitely try to answer your question. So student, please ask your question. अपने क्वेश्चंस आप पूछ सकते हैं हिंदी में, हमारी मातृभाषा में आप क्वेश्चन पूछ सकते हैं. स्टूडेंट्स, हमारे स्टाफ मेंबर्स में ऑलरेडी कुछ क्वेश्चंस हैं स्टाफ मेंबर्स के, वो स्टार्ट करें. हो सकता है स्टूडेंट्स क्वेश्चंस के बाद मोटिवेट हो तो फिर उनके क्वेश्चन लेना स्टार्ट करेंगे. So anyone who have question from hydroponics basically?
Yes, sir.
Yes, okay.
Okay, sir. I have question. Hydroponics.
Yes,
Sir, disadvantage and advantage hydroponics.
Okay. So because one of our student is asking for advantage and disadvantage of hydroponics.
Yes, sir.
Yes, definitely. There are everything have some coin of positiveness and coin of the disadvantages. Like first of all, I want to introduce myself. I am a Vikas Mishra as the assistant professor of agricultural department of IS University Bhopal, and I am working with this GIAR research foundation in a research field also. And hydroponics, coming to the question, hydroponics is a type of agricultural method we are using at the place of where we are getting the barren land problem. If you are suppose your soil is not fertile enough and you are living in a city, in a city region, nobody is having a proper farm field. In that case, you have to be growing some food to eating. And hydroponics give you a chance to grow such type of foods and vegetables by this method, and you can get your food in your plate. इन हिंदी मैं आपको बता देना चाहता हूँ कि हाइड्रोपोनिक्स एक कृषि की ऐसी पद्धति है, विधि है, जिसके द्वारा हम कृषि की खेती करते हैं, जिसको हम सॉइल लेस कल्चर के माध्यम से सॉइल वाटर में न्यूट्रिएंट सप्लाई करके एसेंशियल न्यूट्रिएंट देके उसके रूट के माध्यम से प्लांट को पहुंचाते हैं. और स्पेशली हाइड्रोपोनिक्स जो होते हैं वो सिटी के रीजन में जहाँ पे शहरीकरण हो चुका है, खेत अवेलेबल नहीं है, और खेत अवेलेबल न होने के कारण से हमें खेती करने का एक अलग जरिया मिल रहा है. और ऐसे पौधों का भी हम लोग उत्पादन कर सकते हैं हाइड्रोपोनिक्स से, जिसको लाइट की ज्यादा जरूरत भी नहीं है. यानी आप इसको ज्यादा ओपन सनलाइट कंडीशन में भी ना रख के आप प्लांट को उगा सकते हैं, यानी अच्छी प्रोडक्शन प्राप्त कर सकते हैं. और इसका डिसएडवांटेजेस ये होगा कि इसमें आपको पूरी तरीके से नॉलेज होना चाहिए किस टाइम पे आपको वाटर की में आपको माइक्रोन्यूट्रिएंट कितने लेवल पे सप्लाई करना है. इसका दूसरा डिसएडवांटेजेस है आपका कि आपको प्रॉपर नॉलेज होना चाहिए कि कितना तेज इसका वाटर फ्लो होना चाहिए. तीसरा डिसएडवांटेज है इसका इंस्टॉलेशन, प्रॉपर डिजाइनिंग होनी चाहिए, मतलब कि जहाँ से उसका वाटर का इनलेट हो और आउटलेट हो, प्रॉपर फंक्शनिंग हो, बीच में डिस्ट्रक्शन ना हो. और मेन इम्पोर्टेंट डिसएडवांटेज इसका ये है कि आपको प्रॉपर स्किल्ड होना पड़ेगा. विदाउट स्किल के you cannot going to succeed in hydroponics. These are the some advantages and disadvantages of hydroponics. As currently our university student Mr. Jiten Yadav, he is currently a 5th semester student of IS University BSc Agriculture Honors, and he made some hydroponics models at the picture you have seen with the Honorable Chief Minister and Educational Minister of Madhya Pradesh, India, that he has built with the help of faculty of department hydroponic model, and he got the appreciation. Even CM of Madhya Pradesh has appreciated his work, and as a whole IS University for developing this new concept of growing crops. And in that case, we have some expertise in our students also. Our student is also developing some practical knowledge about these types of agriculture techniques. So, thank you.
Okay.
Thank
So
you,
now
sir.
Priyanka Soni ma'am is here, and she want to ask something in the domain of hydroponic. So Priyanka ma'am, अपना क्वेश्चन पूछे. Priyanka Soni ma'am, unmute yourself. Priyanka Soni ma'am, are you able to ask? I think she is not available. So anyone else who want to ask any question?
Yes, sir.
Sharad sir, Sharad Singh,
Hello.
Yes.
can you please unmute
Yes,
yourself and unmute your camera? Turn on the camera. Please. Actually, Kanna ma'am is asking something.
Yes, sir. Sir, am I allowed to ask?
Just wait. Yeah, now he's ready.
Yes.
So hi Sharad sir, how are you?
Fine, sir.
Okay. So Kanna ma'am, you should ask your question now.
Yes, sir. Sir, so basically, we all know that if we will keep water in a container for a long time, there will be microorganisms that are harmful for human life, and for us, we have seen mosquitoes lay eggs in that water as well. So, how about does it happen in hydroponics as well? Because we are growing crops in water, and there must be some microorganism growth that could harm the crops. So how do we tackle that? Because still water has a lot of microorganisms, and we have to change it in every day basically. Because if you'll keep water outside for some time, and after some time in the evening only, you'll see microorganisms or other kind of insects growing into that water. So does that not do any destruction to crops, or how do we tackle that basically?
First off, good evening to all of you, all participants, all chief guests.
Yes, sir. Good evening to you, sir.
फर्स्टली सबसे पहले मैं बताना चाहूँगा कि जो फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन हुआ था कि क्या डिसएडवांटेज है और एडवांटेज है, तो कुछ चीज़ें मैंने अभी जुड़ा हुआ था तो काफ़ी पीपीटी में मैंने देखा सभी गेस्ट जो थे बहुत अच्छा प्रेजेंटेशन दिया उन्होंने, और काफ़ी चीज़ों को कवर किया जो मेनली जो हाइड्रोपोनिक्स में बातें उपयोगी थी उनको उन्होंने कवर किया। तो सबसे पहले कि ये कॉस्टली बहुत है, महंगा बहुत है ये सेटअप। तो इसको अगर कोई भी फार्मर्स या स्किल्स वर्कर अगर इसको अडॉप्ट करते हैं तो इसकी लागत निकालने में ही उनको 5 से 7 साल लग जाते हैं। तो ये इसका एक सबसे बड़ा डिसएडवांटेज है। और इसका राउंड फिगर में अगर कॉस्ट भी देखा जाए तो 5000 स्क्वायर फीट में लगभग 12 से 15 लाख का इसमें कॉस्ट आता है। तो ये काफी कॉस्टली हो जाता है। तो सबसे बड़ा तो डिसएडवांटेज इसका यही रहेगा कि बहुत कॉस्टली है। और एडवांटेज में अगर देखा जाए तो काफी पीपीटी शेयर हुए, तो उसमें एक चीज जो है जो छूट जा रही थी कि जो एक हम लोग जो ट्रेडिशनल फार्मिंग करते हैं तो उसमें जो भी हम लोग फर्टिलाइजर जो है देते हैं फार्म में अपने खेत में, तो वो लीचिंग के माध्यम से जो है जीरो रन ऑफ के माध्यम से जो है वो नीचे चला जाता है। और जो भी फर्टिलाइजर रहते हैं वो मिल जाते हैं वाटर में। तो उससे जो है तो क्या है कि जो भी फर्टिलाइजर यूज होते हैं तो उनका दोहन होता है, और उसके अलावा जो हमारा वाटर है वो भी खराब हो जाता है। तो इसलिए इस जो मेथड है हाइड्रोपोनिक्स में तो लीचिंग की प्रॉब्लम जो है पूरी तरह से समाप्त हो जाती है। और ऐसे क्षेत्र जो है जहाँ पे वाटर स्केर्सिटी बहुत ज़्यादा है, जैसे आज इस समय महाराष्ट्र जो है तो बहुत ज़्यादा पानी की कमी से जूझ रहा है, तो वहाँ के लिए ये बहुत ही अच्छा रहेगा। जो ये टेक्नोलॉजी है हाइड्रोपोनिक्स की, वो बहुत अच्छी रहेगी। और इसके अलावा सबसे ज़्यादा है कि जो फ्रेश वाटर है वो बहुत कम है इंडिया में, तो स्पेसिफिकली एक डाटा दिया गया था कि जिसमें से हम लोग अगर 100% अगर फ्रेश वाटर है तो मेनली जो है 70% जो है वाटर अपना एग्रीकल्चर में यूज होता है, और 30% वाटर ही जो है तो हम लोग अपने लिए यूज करते हैं। तो इससे क्या है कि जो अपना फ्रेश वाटर है वो बहुत ज़्यादा एग्रीकल्चर में यूज हो रहा है, तो इससे पानी की जो बचत भी काफ़ी होगी और जो अपना फ्रेश वाटर है वो बच जाएगा। और जो मेनली आपने पूछा हुआ है कि कैसे इसको, इसमें जैसे है कि बदलना रहता है इसको वाटर जैसे, तो उसमें रन ऑफ रहेगा, तो ये काफ़ी न्यूट्रिशन में काफ़ी स्लाइड में इसको कवर किया गया है कि कैसे आपको इसमें इसका न्यूट्रिशन का ध्यान रखना है, किस तरीके से आपको इसमें न्यूट्रिशन देना है, अलग अलग जो भी 17 न्यूट्रिएंट्स की आवश्यकता होती है। तो इसमें फर्टिलाइजर भी आपके जो है बहुत कम यूज होंगे, तो उसको भी बहुत अच्छे तरीके से काफी सारे लोगों ने कवर किया है। थैंक यू सर। एनी क्वेश्चन?
Yes. प्रियंका मैम, आप अपना क्वेश्चन पूछें।
Firstly, good evening, all of you. All questions are clear, but one question is: hydroponic healthy or profitable?
Ajad sir is also here, I think. Ajad sir, Dr. Ajad sir. Please unmute if you are able. Yeah. So thank you very much, sir, for being here. Kauna ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Are you able to welcome to Dr. Ajad sir, who is the HOD of Agriculture Department, IS University? Please introduce.
Yes, sir.
Please welcome.
Yes, sir, of course.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, because of some technical error, I'm not able to present my screen and turn my camera on. But
Okay,
I welcome you, sir, Dr. Razat Singh. He is the HOD of Agriculture Department in IS University. And we're very happy to have you here, sir. And all the teachers from IAS University has presented very well, and we've gotten a lot of knowledge from him. And I never had much interest in hydroponics and agriculture, but today, after listening to all of this and after understanding everything about it, I'm sure that someday, maybe sooner, I'm going to have this little garden or terrace garden at my home, where I will perform the hydroponics technique and will grow crops and will eat healthier foods and not buy from the markets. So what about you, sir? I'm so sorry, I've kept on speaking and I haven't asked anything. How are you, sir?
I am fine, ma'am. Thanks, ma'am, and biggest one is especially thanks for you.
You're welcome, sir.
Big hydroponics conference one day we started today. So I start to hydroponic systems and conference. Hydroponics grown to food on not only to texture better, and they are nutritional and you can change the properties of your food. The properties of your food monitor what the goes in food and polluted less. You can also grow to less species, and this is especially great of those of you that do not have to backyard to grounding. With the right plant selection, you can also keep pest away. I plan on the planting to any plant is not only to delight. I like the smell of the Sonia plants, yeah, but there are the keep any mosquito and their pets. This is a design also the novel but is you especially some just some and with little money. So the medium used of the have the several different medium past and profit and rock well and cube block and slab and fired clay and the combination and rock will the fired clay. The system will rest of the corporate in the rock will start extension. I need starting to first the medium. So I asked you any person, any student, I this question ki how much this cost and hydroponics. So yeah, I am in college, so I am not afford to have hydroponic system. So as the cost is a very important to me. It can be a very cheapest project. You collect two parts of slowly and the locally part is not long. They are not are of the I believe I have they spent and total and 200 and 300 rupees in new material. However, to I do scheme the items, but I bulk in the spread of this hydroponics option. So they are rent method. Example by NFT. NFT means a nutrient film technique of their layer of nutrients. The solution over the roots in the common among the along the ebbs and flows. Temporary flood and root system allows to drain. The most interesting method to involve this suspending. And their root system are very frequently. The and drip system also the common has used almost all over world to use a drip system also common has the advantage. There are many different methods. All you do use of dirt in the hydroponic system. The hydroponics I get to started to you can you buy kit. Yeah, going to buy cost and lot of you can improve creative. On the kit the suite of need the hydroponic and the local use to hydroponic supplier and other states and village and district and multiple villagers farmers and other person is the use of the hydroponic. The low cost in the 200 rupees and 300 rupees this and the 8 plant but every virtual very compact is the enable the flume method. Also, the single plot and bucket and rubber to you and going 15 rupees. We combine these with two hydroponic systems. If you heard of what is the many have been and due to some due to growing up in the someone of packaging and very good looking extensing refuse and the produce in the stock. Basic growing to plant and without use the traditional dirt and medium music so nutrient and water. So hydroponic system is the very important steps and to very big to income and economic value has the great all over to farmers and business business to use and business communication and startup of the skills and all persons. Thanks Brajesh Suniji and Karuna ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, so should we move forward now? Rajesh, sir?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Actually, we have some slides. So, can you present that, Kana ma'am? Please unmute yourself.
So just give me 1 second because of a technical
sure.
problem. Yeah, I'll just present now. So I think a lot of people have left already who shouldn't have left, but it's okay. It's their loss, and all the people that are now present here, thank you for staying here for so long. I'll just present in 1 minute.
So basically, we have a quick session. We have questions from our organization basically. So as you can see, no more students are here, only 2 to 3. But we have here, including our guest who is from basically Nigeria, and we will try to answer these questions as much as possible.
John Adu sir is here.
Yes, he's here, and
Because
Omni sir is
John
also
sir,
here.
yes sir, John sir gets very competitive when it comes to question and answers.
But I am not able to see.
Yes, so just 1 minute, sir. Yes.
Okay. Only Omni sir is here. Yeah. Have you presentation, Karna ma'am?
Yes, sir. I'm just doing it.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Is it visible to everyone?
Yes.
So is
now
it visible?
Yes. Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Yes.
ma'am. It's visible.
Okay, so the first and foremost question is, are you excited to participate in the event quiz?
Yes, ma'am.
And this is not for just one person, all the faculty members and everyone should answer, because let's test your knowledge
Everyone-
and your...
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Everyone must participate here in the quiz. You will definitely get more information about our organization. That will be fruitful for you. How you will communicate with us. Yes.
Okay, so should I move on to the next question?
Omle sir is also here, and he is very excited basically for answering the question.
That's a great thing, sir, then.
Yes.
I should not make anyone wait any longer then. I should start with the actual questions.